Good day everyone. Today I will discuss about the CBT monitoring tools. Learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to first enumerate the monitoring tools used in CBT. Second, differentiate a progress chart from an achievement chart and identify the contents that should be in monitoring tools. Monitoring is a very important activity in CBT. As a trainer, you should be able to monitor daily activities of each trainee so that their training progress is recorded. In this lesson, you will learn how to make and use the monitoring tools. So, monitoring tools in competency based training is important and it's like checkpoints. They help track how well you are progressing and learning new skills. For example, if you are learning how to cook, the monitoring tool could be a checklist of skills you need to learn, such as chopping vegetable, cooking meat, and mixing ingredients. Now, let's discuss the monitoring tools used in CBT. First, we have a progress chart. This chart is a monitor of the learning outcomes and competencies achieved by each trainee. It is displayed on a place within the training area frequented by the trainees. So it is important because the progress charts helps everyone see how well each student is doing, what they've already learned, and what they still need to work on. And it's like a visual scoreboard for learning. Second, achievement chart. This chart is a monitor of the required projects and activities, usually in the job sheets of the CBLM. These requirements are needed in the attainment of the skills of the competency. The achievement chart is most recommended, especially for qualification that requires many activities and requirements to finish a learning outcomes. Oftentimes, if this happens, your trainees will not see progress on the progress chart. The achievement chart is made so that you can monitor daily accomplishment of the trainees. So it is very important because it helps monitor daily progress and ensure that all required activities are finished. For example, if a trainee needs to complete 5 different tasks to finish a course, the achievement chart helps track which tasks are done and which are still pending, making it easier to see how much progress has been made over time. Third, we have a trainees record book. This is the monitoring tool for the trainees in the supervised industry training or on-the-job training. This monitoring tools is kept by the trainee, but the supervisor signs the TRV for every accomplishment he has within the training period. So, and it's like a diary for their learning journey. They write down what they've done, what they've learned, and what they need to work on. And last, trainees progress sheet. This is also a monitoring sheet for industry training. It is, however, kept by the industry coordinator as of the trainee's accomplishment reflected from the TRP. This monitor is accomplished during the monitoring visits. So it is important because it is like a report card that shows how well the trainee is doing in their training. Guidelines in making the progress chart. First, recommended dimensions of the chart is 4 feet by 6 feet in dimension so that it can be glanced at by the trainee from any corner of the workshop. Second, the qualification title should be written on top. So example for qualification title is Dressmaking NC2. Third, it should contain all the learning outcomes as reflected in the training regulation. Fourth, the names of the trainees are reflected on the second column in alphabetical order. So, dapat naka-alphabetical yung mga name ng mga trainees. Fifth, the training duration reflects the nominal duration of their qualification. For example, the nominal duration are 150 hours. Next, all trainers involved in the training are reflected in the space provided. 7. Write the legend for recording the accomplishment of the trainees. And last, it is important to accomplish the chart, put a check on every learning outcome finished and a letter C on the column for the competency if the trainees passes the institutional competency evaluation. So we come now to the guidelines in making the achievement chart. First, recommended dimensions of the chart is 4 feet by 6 feet in dimension so that it can be glanced by the trainee from any corner of the workshop. Second, the qualification title should be written on top. Third, it should contain all the learning outcomes as reflected in the training regulations. Fourth, the names of the trainees are reflected on the second column in alphabetical order. Fifth, the training duration reflects the nominal duration of the qualification. Next, all trainees involved the training are reflected in the space provided. Seventh, write the legend for recording the accomplishments of trainees. And last, to accomplish the chart, put a check on every learning outcome finish and a letter C on the column for the competency if the trainee passes the institutional competency evaluation. In overall, the progress chart and achievement chart share similarities in their guidelines, such as where to place the qualification title, duration, and the name of trainees. However, they difference in the information they display. The progress chart lists the unit of competency in a column at the top, followed by the learning outcomes, while the achievement chart presents the unit of competency in the training activities required to achieve the learning outcomes.